was wrong, and all the nasty things you've done. So baby, listen carefully while I sing my comeback song. Your love on mine, she said she'd never turn on me. Your love on mine, but you did, but you did. Your love on mine, all this pain you said I'd never feel. Your love on mine, but I do.
People are freaking out because Joe Burrow just cut all his hair and dyed it blonde, but the story of why he did this is absolutely insane. Burrow has been working with charities in Ohio to help kids with cancer ever since he began his career with the Bengals, doing a lot of charity work and public events. Apparently, a major lifelong Bengals fan reached out to Joe on Twitter saying that they had recently been diagnosed and all they wanted to feel better was a visit from Joe. But since this was just a couple days ago, Burrow was headed to training camp and couldn't do any public events or charity at this time, so he had his assistant send back a message, "What could Joe do for you?" The fan DM'd back saying that they were losing their hair as part of the recovery process and asked if Joe would shave his head in solidarity, and Joe agreed. A nice story, right? Not so much. After Burrow sent the picture of his newly shaved head, the fan replied saying that they had made the whole story up and they were actually a Ravens fan just trying to mess with Burrow. Now, there's no doubt that the joke goes way over the line, but Burrow, trying to handle this as cool Joe can, decided to do this. Instead of getting mad at the fan's prank, he decided to just bleach his hair, go with the Slim Shady look, and say, "This is who I am now."
Oh my God!
What an
he looks like such a bitch.
Yeah,
with that haircut, dude.
Yeah, wild fucking story. You guys are tuned in live to Degen Fantasy. It's Friday, July 26th, and you're brought to you by Sobet. If you guys want to check out the affiliate link in the description, we're going to get into that a lot today, but what a fucking story. I saw this, and I immediately reached out to him. I'm like, did you see this Burrow video? And he's like, no. So I'm like, all right, I'm going to get it for the stream.
How sure are we that this is like a real thing, though? Like, how sure are
That's the going rumor. That's just not one dude on TikTok. It's like all over Google. It's all over social media. So, yeah, if this is true,
the bitch.
If this is true, whoever did that to Joe Burrow, fuck you.
I love you, man. I love you.
That is, dude. No,
hey,
but that's such a foul.
All the power was in his looks, and now he looks like a mark-ass bitch. Yo, Joe, you're gonna have fucking 2 yards this season, buddy. Good.
Oh, buddy, he might as well have just. He might as well just put the fucking Bengal stripes in his hair at that point.
I mean, you might as well. He looks like Vanilla Ice, but like with Down syndrome or something. It's fucking hilarious, dude. He looks horrible without hair. Can we just this man is all hair. Like, if he doesn't have long, flowing, beautiful hair, he looks like a fucking.
And dude, bringing that back to like his preseason photo the last season where it was just long and like luscious. What a drastic change. Yeah, shout out to Ravens fans for always being so fucking classy.
You know what though? Like, respect to the fucking Ravens fans. You know, a lot of fucking friendly shit going on these days, all right? I want to see some fucking anger with these NFL markets, all right?
Y'all gonna get mad Joe Burrow this season.
Oh, great. Fucking great. You limp fucking wrist Joe Burrow this season. Go ahead.
Yeah, there's limp wrist Joe Burrow. Dan's like, I'm taking all his fucking unders now.
Under.
Yeah, blonde Burrow is under. Yeah, just a wild story, and it's just a cool sports trending topic to start out the show. Dan, I've heard that you've taken the reins in correlation, your favorite word, to some bets for Olympic basketball starting tonight. Everybody drink. Every time I say correlate or correlation, you got to drink.
That's 2 more. Just keep up because it's gonna get rough. We're gonna be fucking plastered. You're gonna be
hammered by the end of this.
This kid loves to say correlation more than anyone I've ever met in my fucking life. It's insane. Anyways, back to the point. Yeah, I did post up some futures today. Just a couple quick little looks. I think Anthony Davis is the most effective rebounder that Team USA has. You're going to tell me, oh, what about Joel Embiid? Well, I'm going to tell you that Joel Embiid does not out-rebound fucking Anthony Davis. So Anthony Davis is going to be the top Team USA rebounder throughout the Olympics. You can fucking go ahead and put that in fucking black ink if you wanted to. That's a 2-unit bet from us. And we have one more, but I'm going to direct you guys to the Sobet and go catch it there. But it's a juicy one, plus 200. It's a nice little fucking play.
Yeah, so for the AD one, usually with my homer mentality of just like Bam Adebayo, I will say also I know for the fact that like he is so skittish with rebounds in general as a statistic because he's also used so often on screens and switches to be able to cover guards and small forwards and pretty much 1 through 5 Bam Adebayo will switch and guard. So it takes a lot of energy out of you. And I've been to games where he's put up 12 to 15 to 17 to 20 rebounds. Been to games where he's put up 4. I think AD's always been consistent through his career with rebounding and that side of the ball with a lot of effort. Love that pick. And when he refers to Sobet, we are now sponsored and we are sponsored content creators for a betting platform called Sobet. This is not a book. Basically, to give you a little breakdown before we get into a lot of information about it, this is the number one place you want to go to be able to find picks to bet on, especially if you're someone that doesn't know much about a certain sport or anything that you in particularly want to bet on. And instead of just placing bets yourself, not having any knowledge, on top of us, there are many sharps on there, as well as being tracked by winning streaks, hot streaks, and unit size. So it teaches you how to bet, what to bet on, and gives you a source of it other than going to TikTok and constantly searching through pics of just randoms that are just like, yeah, dude, here's my highlights of fucking Jalen Williams. That means he's gonna fucking like it's. There's so much more research that goes into being a profitable sports bettor, and I am just hearing through so many close circles, just so many tragic stories about friends or family just really, really, really hemorrhaging a lot of money on sports betting because they do not know what they're doing. And I'm glad to know that I've also been padwanned by Mr. Double Down Dan here to be able to learn how to do it profitably, smartly, and, using my sports knowledge as an athlete and as a viewer for many years to tie into it. So we're happy to bring our wisdom and our knowledge and our transparency to Sobet. So shout out Sobet. The referral link, guys, if you want to check it out, is in the description if you guys want to join up. I would highly recommend it. We're going to go over the website a little bit further as we go. The Olympics start tonight. Technically, does USA basketball start tonight?
No, this is just the opening ceremonies today. I believe they've already started or whatever the fuck, but the last couple of days there's been Olympic soccer, there's been Olympic rugby, and a couple other events. I have taken advantage of all sorts of fucking bets. Women's soccer has just treated me like a goddamn king the last day or two. Hit a nice fat parlay on a fucking little 6-legger. A couple little small 2-leggers. I've been going absolutely ham. Now, I am a bettor. I don't know if we can call Rocky Prop a bettor anymore because he doesn't place bets. So I don't even know if we should. I don't even know if we should have a show anymore. It
Ready? I got you, guys.
Concerned. It makes me a little concerned that he's not going to actually place another bet because he had a surgery to remove his testicles. Now, this is a very interesting.
You can't tell public information like that.
This is a very interesting surgery. It's new, and man, it's smooth down there. No balls for him anymore.
Yeah, first off, there's a couple things to your shit talk that I got to address. One, that's not new. There's a community out there that's loving that surgery, and two,
and now you.
Dan, don't. First off, you assumed my gender off rip, which is one thing I got a fucking problem with.
I have never.
You assumed that I had him down there.
Never assumed one thing. How dare you, sir? How dare you?
Secondly,
wow.
In correlation.
Oh, number 4, take a shot. We're in the building. Holy shit.
2, the unbelievable fucking heater this past 5-6 months has been with the NBA, the NHL, and the NFL. Going into my first actual, especially on broadcasting time with Degen Fantasy off season, I've been a little more sparse. The later rounds of the playoffs took a little bit out of me, and I'm just I cannot bet on baseball, and I'm not that's being transparent. Some sports bettors will be like, dude, I'll bet fucking, and some of them can't. I personally cannot bet on baseball. One, I also know a lot of people that live and breathe and love and play baseball that can't bet on baseball. So it's one thing that I really have stayed away from. Not insanely knowledgeable about soccer as much as I know the top 3 players in the world.
It's almost like you don't know a person that knows the sports that you don't know.
Oh my God.
Cashes tickets on the sports that you don't know, you have early knowledge. If I'm on something, I'll let you know. And I believe I handed out 7 of 8 group winners.
That I couldn't
for the
play. I
Euros.
couldn't play them
You
for
could have played them
Bovada.
singly. You could have played them singly.
Yeah, but then there was
all
no
plus numbers. They were all plus numbers.
Yeah.
God damn it!
Okay.
Every single one of them. 7 out of 8. I hit 1, 2. 7 out of 8 groups. You know what? This is what I want to come from this fucking podcast today. I want to be taken seriously by my partner in this fucking industry that we fucking blossomed in together. Look at us. We're on Sobet now. I leaked my own dick pic the other night. And dude, it's going
That's
great
what got
for
us on Sobet.
That's exactly what got us on Sobet. Also got us with Dubby. Those guys love that dick pic.
We're going to make DJing great again, okay? This is what we're going to do. Huge parlays, big parlays.
That's actually not bad. Good for you.
I'm working on it. But
Yeah, that's not bad.
all right. As of today,
Oh my God.
I'm back, okay? I'm
Oh
back.
wow! Do you believe it, audience?
No.
Do you fucking believe it?
No,
Because he doesn't even believe
No,
it.
I'm dead serious. No, I'm back. But what I'm going to need one thing out of Double Down in is on top of posting his picks on Sobet so I can tail along with the audience. We gonna parlay, not in the type of parlay that I mean like as in like multiple bets. I mean, we're gonna parlay a little bit before and after streams and on streams to be able to really discuss and educate me. You took me on as a Padawan and you showed me so much, and once we got out of the sports you don't know, you're like, yeah, man, got these picks, and I'm like, where are the picks? Oh, they're on Sobet. Okay, well now I have to go get these picks. The referral link is in the description, guys, if you want to sign up and really ride along with your boys. I promise you right now, this is going to be clipped for TikTok and everything. We are going to have some of the nastiest hot streaks on Sobet, because not only on Sobet do they rank your winning days and winning streaks. I think one of the longest streaks I saw on there was 9, which if we were on Sobet during, when, and throughout the process of Degen Fantasy, we're going to go over some of our hits and how we did basically in all these different sports. To recap, we would be probably the top hot streak hit bettors.
I mean, I'm going to be honest with you guys. We definitely would, but I don't want to talk shit on the new. We're just logging on. I don't want to fucking step on any toes, but what I will say is we will win more than we lose, and that's all that fucking matters.
Yeah,
that's it. That's all we're going for. On top of that, the description and title of this video should be "We suck our own dicks for like 35 minutes," because that's what's about to happen. So if you're not down with us giving ourselves props, might not be the stream for you. Just gonna say it.
And the reason why we're gonna be so far down our own throats with this stream is because anybody on Sobet that is a user or any creators that are just curious to these new faces on Sobet, I wanted to give a little bit of background on it. Also, so when you go on there, another reason to just keep an eye on us and see what we're rocking with, so we can give you guys a better representation and some transparency on what we're going to do, what we're going to bring, and what we're going to add. And also, they were very intrigued by us bringing some fantasy football content. So people who enjoy us for fantasy football, I appreciate y'all coming along. And we're going to be doing the hottiest and the heateriest of fantasy football content in correlation to the stream, in correlation, whatever the case may be. Fantasy football content's going to be on Sobet as well. At 6. Okay.
Correlation.
So coming from the top, Dan. By the way, everything that we have sports betted on ever is all documented. So this is anything that you can fact check us on and go into and look at on any one of our streams or past and previous videos. Do you remember our first ever stream?
Yes, I remember our first stream because we did not record it, and that was the stream we went undefeated, 12-0. Yes, we did not record it.
So out the gates, we put our different mindsets together. Honestly, I feel like the best part of us as sports betting, as this channel, is the combined knowledge that we both have. Kind of always correlates to the best outcome.
7.
I'm going to keep saying it now, to the best outcome for whatever we do with parlays or picks or just straight bets as well. That first stream we went to, was it just Twitch? Because we were waiting to get verified on YouTube, and Twitch does not record your live streams unless you save that as a function. So we went 12-0, giving out all these picks, and no one was there to see it, but it put some gas in the tank.
It did. It also, we did not count it towards our overall
No,
record
we did
because
not.
we're not assholes. So I just want to be very clear. We're not counting that perfect fucking 12-0 Sunday that we had the first Sunday we bet.
Yeah, basically it was just like our warm up at that point. Once we kind of moved past it, we're like, "Fuck, that sucks," because we did so well and we moved forward. I want to talk a little bit about like just the sports. I know a lot of them that we're going to discuss aren't necessarily in season right now, but just some of the hot props we were on and kind of like where you felt the most comfortable and where you saw the most profitability just from shit that we did on stream.
Yeah. I think we'd have to start in the NFL. Those player props were on fucking fire last year. And I think that's where the majority of my NFL bets really come from. I'm more of a prop guy than I am the fucking game market, just because the game markets are so fucking convoluted with too much fucking money. But yeah, no, we fucking, the player props were really hitting for us.
Yeah, this was just this was week 16. I think we started in I'm not sure. What do you think we started? Week 9, week 10 maybe?
Probably, yeah.
Week 9 or 10. I'm going to pop this up as we speak. This was an example of our week 16. We had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 picks and we went 13-1. And just to give you an idea of some of the stuff we looked at, we looked for receiving yards, receptions, kicking points. What else is on here? Rushing and receiving yards.
Jake Browning line. Look at that. Jake
We were
Browning
smacking
line.
on the backup QBs.
Backup
Holy.
QBs all day, baby.
Passing yards.
Gabe fucking Davis. So
Rush
Rocky actually
attempts.
Rocky went 11-1. I went 13-1 because
Yes.
I played Gabe Davis. And on the first catch, he went over the number and scored. So
when we were building that stream, we would get on the phone and we would call each other and we would build picks together for the stream. We'd be like, we like this. What do you think about this? And we would like basically put both of our minds together and build picks. And usually we agree on most of it. If one of us agrees on it, usually doesn't make the stream. He's like, I'm feeling Gabe Davis today.
No rhyme or reason to it at all.
No rhyme or reason. He is a Bills fan, and so if it was like a Devonta Smith or someone who was like in a slump that he didn't watch as much, that wasn't getting the ball a lot, I probably wouldn't even have made the graphic. But I'm like, there's something about listening to someone who also is betting on their favorite team every once in a while because they know, like Gabe Davis is the perfect example. He'll either have a phenomenal game, or he won't even see a target.
Yeah, not at all.
So I said before stream, I was like, yeah, guys, so I put these picks in red because they're Dan's. And you can see them at the bottom in red, and they both hit on the first play of the game. And it wasn't just like a lucky play for his play call as well. It was also a massive Gabe Davis game, a massive game for the week. We had 13 picks. We had 14 picks. We went 13-1 with Sobet exclusively on this platform as well. You will not see that many picks on a stream from us anymore or ever again, because we were pumping out free picks for just so long. And that's an absurd amount too, especially most people like free picks is fine and we enjoy doing it, but why did we aside from them being free or not, why did we go out and put so much risk out on the table for these streams in our pockets with so many picks?
One, I want to be very clear. We posted free picks because we were, you're trying to build the audience, trying to build the stream. We never wanted to take money from people. That isn't our fucking, we're not that. We want everybody to fucking win. That's the main goal here. Yeah, we just want to fucking win. And honestly, I love I love entire streams where we get to suck our own dicks because we were winning this much. But like, I think just based off of, we were only thinking position, like what's the fucking, like matchup wise. That's all we were thinking. This player is going to do well against this team. We thought with the backup quarterbacks going, they're still going to throw the ball, and most likely they'll be losing, so they're probably going to throw the ball even more. So I think we even hit on Easton Stick. Like we've hit on
all the backup QBs.
We hit on all the backups. We were really
Jared
heavy,
Goff inside.
We were really, really heavy on Jared Goff rushing unders. We were really, really heavy on like Matt Stafford
Oh, I
rushing
forgot
unders.
about the rushing unders. Oh my God, we were killing it.
Yeah, Jordan Love had a couple good unders for us, but yeah, no, we were doing pretty well. So expect more of that. He's right. We won't be posting as many picks. I'm still a free pick guy, so I'll throw picks out and we'll see how it goes. But yeah, we'll be posting most of our shit on Sobet, and I think that's how it should be.
Yeah.
Think about like Discord, your favorite fucking Discord that you're in, the gambling Discord, whatever the fuck you got rolling. Sobet's like that on steroids, and it's just fucking gambling. So like that's all I
A
want.
great way to put it. With Discord, and we have a Discord as well that we like. We're posting it. The one thing I realized about Discord is why Sobet's so convenient is if you do not see the picks when they are posted through the feed, you're fucked. Conversation comes, updates come, and it gets so lost in the weeds that you're going to be going through 36 different channels trying to find all these different picks, as well as a lot of the time you don't even know who's verifiedly also saying, hey, I don't know, like putting their opinion down on your bet. You ever have a bet feel great and then someone starts shitting on it?
Yeah.
And then you end up not placing it and it hits?
Oh yeah.
It's the worst fucking feeling.
Yeah.
With Sobet to have all these different sharps content creators giving out picks, the best part of it is you can just bypass all of it and say, oh fuck, the heater on at 7:30. I'm gonna go to Sobet, type in, or just literally click on the NBA Heat game, and it shows you all the picks from all the creators that are verified, profitable, in the green sports bettors giving out these picks, and you can just keep it away from any other games. You're like, this is what I'm locked in on. This is what people are saying. This is what I like. And then you can tail it in from there. With us doing so many free picks or just picks in general to start, it was just, we were one on a heater, two situationally, all these picks made the most sense, and regular season for every fucking sport. We were on fire. I'm newer to sports betting. I'm like a year or so in at this point. With regular season sports betting, on top of there being so many lines for Vegas to have to correct and stay on top of and be right with, as well as the growth of a season, you can see teams go through these different patterns. By the time you get to playoffs, like round 1 and round 2 are really the times where you can kind of like make the most profit. As it gets tighter and tighter and tighter and tighter, you really can't fucking even come close to calling it outside of even placing a bet. You can be chopping up with your buddies and be like, hey, I think the fucking Timberwolves are going to fucking beat the Nuggets. It's round 2. You're like, okay, cool. Round 3 comes around. You're like, hey, the Timberwolves just beat the Nuggets. I bet they're going to beat the Mavs. Just in conversationally, it's harder to call. Regular season is where we saw the most profitability.
Yeah, you will notice that though. Once you get to the playoffs and you're the books are scheming for the same players over and over again, basically, the lines get sharper. There's more money being bet on the lines available because there's less and less and less and less and less. And when it gets into the final, like the championship round for any sport, it's, the lines are so fucking razor thin. It's tough to maintain profitability if you're going to bet as much as we were throughout that whole fucking situation.
And we still did, though.
Yeah, we still did. Yeah, absolutely. But we did scale back quite a bit. Mm-hmm. And once we get rolling here, we got college football coming up. We got NFL coming up. We got the Olympics right now. I'm literally betting on everything, so it doesn't even fucking matter. Like, whatever's happening, I'm betting on. That's what's going to work. For me, that's how I do things. So it's not like we stopped betting, but I do like that we're about to get into the swing of a brand new college football season, which, like, Rocky's not a huge fucking college sports fan. He will be after this year, but I am so locked in on this fucking college season and locked in on this NFL season. Dude, we're going to fucking come out the gates hot, and it's going to happen, and you just kind of got to come on board for the ride here.
Yeah, so we enjoy the viewership and everyone that always tails along with us as well. So if you want to get the most out of the content and the picks that we're given, go to the referral link in the description. I just and this is another thing I wanted to point out. We were doing this early on, and we were so juiced on it and hitting at such a high rate. We kind of wanted to like ease back and figure out what we can do with this because no one else was doing it. We did something called our parlay of the day. Our parlay of the day was basically the equivalent to like a DraftKings pre-built parlay, but it wasn't made for you to lose because DraftKings is like, yeah, just smack these all together and give them great odds, and it's definitely not going to hit. These pre-built parlays were taken from our big list. We would usually have a list that looks something like this. And then from that, and this is just another day, 11 and 3. Taken from a list like this, we would take our favorite props, the ones that we're like, this is gonna smack, and throw it into something that looks like this. This was our parlay of the day. This, for example, Jake Browning, we were killing on and loved the matchup versus Pittsburgh. Devonta Smith, I think that was definitely my pick with over 5 receptions because you don't like receptions. I knew it was going to be a Devonta Smith game based on the matchup and also based on them playing my favorite team and knowing how my favorite team plays defense and how A.J. Brown had been playing at that time. Jahmyr Gibbs rushing receiving was untouchable last season. Doesn't matter how much David Montgomery got the ball. The dude is dynamic. And then who was not making money on Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys last year? That was our parlay of the day. It was 50 to win 400. And also keep that in mind that on Prize Picks too, they also give you terrible lines. So when I was playing that on like a Bovada or like on Mark's DraftKings, we were making 40 to win like 475, 500. And we hit so many. Here was another one that we hit. It was 30 to win 105 on 3 hockey picks. We'll get to hockey picks in a minute. Oh, Dan, you just give them a little explanation how these hockey picks were going out the gates.
Yeah, screaming as always, but I think it's very important to know that what we bet on is something. It has to have some type of formula for us to bet on it. Rocky had a pretty solid edge in hockey shots, and it really did pay off for us. I think we lost a little bit towards the end of the season, so it's more situationally. We have to kind of hone in and retool it a little bit. But once we do, I think that one's going to be our most profitable by far.
Yeah, it was extremely profitable, and it gave me a lot of confidence in general because coming out the gates, like, that's hockey's my sport. I play it, I watch it, I coach it, all that shit. And it just seemed like easy to me. And then as I started being easy, like as I started making these picks and giving them out on stream and giving them to Dan and started realizing through Dan's teaching, like, you're hitting at a rate that only like the top 10% or top 20% of like sports better do on hockey, and hockey is one of the hardest sports to bet on. That's when I started refining my edge and really looking at breaking down the thought process of what I was making my picks with in my head and putting it on paper and really reassociating the line and the edge with me, and then refining it and refining it and refining it and refining it. And I think it just started to tail off. It was basically on fire the entire season. And then towards the end of the season, when playoffs started to come around, situationally, I narrowed down a lot of like what the edge needs to be able to maneuver around, like an injury to a starting player on the team, shuffling all the lines and changing someone's scenario. That was something I acknowledged halfway through the season and resharpened and was able to be like, okay, so that means this and this and this and this. Towards the end of the season, everything's changing. The roles are changing. The people are a little more banged up. They're preparing. They're throwing games. They don't really care about you. Like teams that are number one are like, okay, I'm not going to have my best players play best player ice time in these later season games. So regular season, I'm confident, especially the first, whatever the fuck, 6, 7, 8 months of the NHL season, we're going to be on fire, and that edge is going to be tooled up finally. And I also think like on Sobet, there's not a huge amount of hockey bettors as well as fantasy football content. So we're going to be kind of the hub for that. And when people see as well how disgusting we are, it's going to be fun.
Yeah, and it's going to happen. We're going to get hot. Last week we went over just like, and I'll post these plays on Sobet as well. Last week we went over just Eastern Conference NBA win totals. We'll go over the Western Conference tonight. But we had 2 lockety locks that we will put up on Sobet soon, and I think we're going to be really profitable here.
Yeah, and with our content as well, please also stream us on Spotify, guys. We're on Spotify at Degen Fantasy. I did not post our last episode because Dan had a mic malfunction, and it sounds like I'm talking to somebody that's in the bottom of a well, like fucking The Ring or it in the fucking sewer. But now that he's sounding good, this podcast will be brought to you on Spotify. So appreciate you guys. Make sure you go stream and follow that portion, as well as W Energy. This episode in particular sponsored by W.GG. Use promo code at DGenBets for 15% off your W Energy.
Now, a lot of talk has been had about W, okay? And I want everybody to know that the best use of this energy powder is to put it in water. Take that water, distill it down with a lighter, and shoot it directly into your veins, and that's how you take it. And that's the only way it kicks, baby. W.
I really thought you were actually going to tell him exactly the use case for it. You're like, you just put it in some water, and I'm like, yeah, he's getting it. You take a spoon. I'm like, yep, he's about to stir it. And he's like, you just still it down and blow it in your bloodstreams. Yeah, so I'm surprised we've still maintained this sponsorship, but fucking I'm pretty sure Sobet's going to be so happy with how we've been doing that we're going to be on fire. So let's get into it. Season total picks for the Western Conference of the National Basketball Association. Right. Are you ready?
I'm always ready. So here's what I want to point out. These lines are from Bet365. It's a book that I use. So these are the totals for the season wins. We went over the East, like I said before, last stream. And
do you want to give a recap if you have
West. Yeah. So we both had the Celtics under. Both you took the over on the Nets. I took the under. You took the under on the Knicks. I took the over. Sixers, both of us went under. Raptors, we both went under. Bulls, you went over. I took the under. That was one of my lockety locks. We both took the under for the Cavs, which I think I might come to regret. We both took the over for the Pistons because we're fucking insane. We pulled both.
Their line there was like 17.
Yeah, it was 20. It's 24.5. I don't know what the fuck we were thinking. We both took the under for the Indiana Pacers. That's one of Rocky Props, lockety locks. We both smashed the fuck out of the over on the Bucks. 51.5 is too fucking low. Those boys are coming for a fucking dub this year. Oh, dubby. Atlanta Hawks, you took the over. I took the under. Both took the over on the Hornets. I think it's because, again, we hate ourselves just a little bit.
Yeah, Brandon Miller and LaMelo Ball and fucking Mikal Bridges.
And yeah, you know what? There was a play last season, and I think we're still stuck in that play. It was like plus 800, and we both smashed it, and the Hornets fucking won. And it was fantastic.
Oh, my God, it was incredible.
Yeah, you took, for your last lockety lock, the Miami Heat over, and I took the motherfucking under. We both took the Magic over, and we both took the Wiz under. So that leads us in. Quick little recap. That leads us into the Western Conference. First one up, the Nuggets, who absolutely took a fat shit on our faces last season and decided to motherfucking buttfuck us. They're at 52.5. I'm going to take it first. I'm going to go ahead and go over here. I think they're good. They just got Westbrook today.
Over.
So
oh, my God.
I think that's a good pickup for them. He can run the second unit and shit like that. But, yeah, I'm the Serbian angel in me. We go way back. I think about – I have a poster above my bed of Mr. Jokic, and I always will keep it there, okay? Next one, same number, which I thought was a little strange. Minnesota Timberwolves at 52.5. What do you got, Rocky Prop?
Over.
All right, I'm going to take the under on them. I'm not.
You're never going to bet on the Timberwolves again, Dan. It's okay.
Fuck the Timberwolves. Anyways, back to the point. Thunder.
It's okay.
The OKC Thunder are at 55.5. They stole Hartenstein from my heart and from the New York Knicks. They got better. They added Caruso. I think that's a big pickup for them. Okay, you're going over.
I
There's
think
a
I think
lot
I
of
think
fucking
I
over.
I think the Thunder lead the entire league in wins this season.
Okay, I like it, and you just convinced me to go over, so I appreciate that. Now we go to Portland, where they have literally lit a dumpster on fire and put it in the middle of their basketball court. 22.5 is the total. What do you got for the Portland Trailblazers?
Were they the team that just got Rishisher?
No, that was the Hawks.
I'm gonna go under. They're gonna get mollywhopped. They're gonna be this year's Pistons.
Under 22. Oh my God, Portland.
Yep.
Oh,
Under
Jesus.
22. They're gonna get around 19, 18, 20.
I am going to join you on the under. 28.5 for the Utah Jazz. This is interesting.
They're underrated. They got some pieces. They got Colin Sexton and Laurie Markkinen, and they're just no one gives a fuck about the Utah Jazz since Gordon Hayward was there at all. Like if you're a Utah Jazz fan, I'm sorry. Like
I think they are better this year, but this 28.5. I'm going to go over, actually. Yeah, 28.5, I feel like is not. I feel like they were trying to lose last season, and still, what would they win, like 30 games?
yeah, they won 31 games. I feel like the West just beats the shit out of the East because all these teams have anywhere from fucking except like the bottom four, they have anywhere from 27 to 57 wins.
Yeah, they're nasty. So you're taking the over on that?
I'm gonna go under.
Okay, I like
going
it.
under.
All right, cool. All right, now we got the Golden State Warriors. I thought it was a funky ass line, but we got 43.5.
They just lost Clay. I'm going under.
Yeah, I'm on the fucking Curry train. I always will be. I'm going to take the over here. Klay Thompson was dog shit last year, so I don't really think they're losing much.
I don't think that it's about as much as Klay Thompson's performance as much as just like a new era and a different type of like I don't know. I feel like it's just going to be a different dynamic, and sometimes locker room pieces are more important than you think. Like I don't know. What's their line?
43.5.
43.5. I think they get to about 40, 41.
All right, I like it. Clippers 41.5. What do you got?
Without PG, 41.5.
Still got Harden, still got Kawhi if they play. Who knows? Are they
I'll take the over.
All right. I'm going under here. I don't trust either one of these fucking guys.
All right, real quick before you pick the under, can you tell me how many wins they had this season off the top of your head?
I think it was like 52, wasn't it?
51. You got it.
Yeah, there you go. I'm going under. This is no thanks. I'm good on the Clippers. I'm fine without them. The Lakers are at 44.5. This is rich for me. I'm going under as fuck for this one.
You think they get a playoff spot this season?
Yeah, they'll get a playoff spot. I'm not worried about them getting a playoff spot, but they're not going over 44 wins. There's no fucking shot. They haven't made a single move. Like a single one. They got
I'll go. Wait, is it 44.5 or
yeah, it's
43.5?
No, it's 44.5.
I would have liked it at 34. I would have liked it at 33.5.
Yeah, I would have liked it at 33.5 too. That's 11 wins lower.
I meant 43, my bad.
Oh yeah.
Fuck, this is a tough one. When you say you think they're going to go under, how far under do you think they're going to hit? Like, give me a win total that you think they'd hit.
I'd be shocked if they were over 500. I think maybe like 40 and 42 or 41 and 41.
All right, I'll go under. I agree.
All right, the Phoenix Suns have a total of 46.5. I'm not sure why, but yes, they do.
In the West, if you're not in the 50s, that's a tough spot. If you're the fucking Phoenix Suns and you can't even touch 50 this season, what the fuck are you guys doing? Because they finished last season 49 and 33. They were 0.5. They were 0.598. They were over 500 by 98 points. you got to be a dominant team. You have Kevin Durant and fucking Bradley Beal and all the fucking cock smoking shit over there in the offseason. I knew they were going to suck cock. This is the year where you come in and you have to do well, or Kevin Durant's going to go somewhere else and not do well. So do it this year. I'm going to take the over.
Yeah. It's an
Kevin
over.
Durant is irrelevant, dude.
Yeah, that's true. But it's an over, and it's a fuck. I am not confident at all in that over. All right, we got the Kings at 46.5.
Over.
Okay, you're going over already. I think the Kings had a really good offseason. Bringing in DeRozan, I think, is going to be big for them.
Huge.
They needed a guy that's like able to stop the ball, stop the bleeding, and just score a basket. I think he's going to rub off pretty well on that young core over there. That sounded pause. Jesus Christ. Anyways, I think he's going to be just as effective as he was in Chicago, and I really like him. I'm going over here. I think they get to like 50 wins too. All right, we got the Mavs at 50.5. Luka's an automatic over for me. Over. Just because he's Luka. I think they easily get over this number. I like them. I think they're coming into their own here.
I think they're going to start off the season weak, though, after that fucking long run. But I think
I don't know, man. They're coming off of the fucking Luka's coming off of the fucking Olympics, isn't he? Or did he get eliminated?
Think about how much basketball that is.
He got eliminated.
Oh, did he? Okay, then he'll be fine. Yeah. I'll take Dallas over, but it's going to be a rough early couple months.
All right. What do you got for the Houston Rockets? They're at 42.5.
They finished exactly at 500 with a 41-41 record. Basically, do you think they're going to be a winning basketball team next season?
Yeah, I do.
Fred VanVleet, Steve Adams, Dylan Brooks, Aaron Holiday, Jayshawn Tate, Jalen Green, Jabari Smith Jr., AJ Griffin.
But we're skipping over the only one that really matters. Reed Shepherd.
Oh my God! Yeah,
that's the only. That's the great white hope. Oh my God,
that's
there,
dynamic. No, literally, that's dynamic as fuck.
Thank
God for fucking Jalen Green getting some fucking help. Yeah,
I think they're going to be really good this year.
They're going to be over 500
this season. This is a playoff team. Playoff team. All right, so we got the Grizzlies at 47.5. What a fucking fall from grace for the Grizzlies.
Yeah, they had Jaren Jackson and fucking John Morant just jumping out the gym in one trip to a strip club, just ruined all of it. Josh just sitting there with his shit like this. Like, you seen the video? Josh in there on Instagram Live with the shit like this. He's like, yeah, man, we should. Come on.
Memphis.
Fuck this shit up.
Goddamn Memphis.
I don't even know. What's up, gang? Diggs, by the way. What's up, baby? You got any questions? Appreciate you. Yeah, what's their line?
47.5.
Oh my God. How do you even call that? Their record last season, what do you think the record last season was?
34 wins, maybe.
Try 27-55.
Wow.
They were .329 win percentage.
Oof.
I'm gonna go under. I think the West, and I think there's just many other teams better than better than them. So I just don't think they're gonna be able to squeeze out a lot of wins. It's gonna be tough. If you go where I think you're going next, this is gonna be one of the craziest over under calls ever.
No, I'm going over on the Grizzlies, just so you know.
Okay.
I think a full season of Ja, things are getting figured out over there. It's calmed down a little bit, not as hot on the block for him. So I
just think there's not enough wins on the fucking table, dude. There's so many good teams.
The East has so many bad teams for the West to beat up on, so we'll be fine. All right, we got the Pelicans. They're 45.5. Kind of the most upsetting number one pick, Zion.
Ever, because you kept on a fork.
Not ever. Anthony Bennett's the worst one ever.
No, I didn't mean ever, but like with the okay. But
they're at 45.5. What do you think?
I like their lineup on paper, but I just don't know. Zion's got to fucking be an actual fucking top player and dominate if they're going to do anything over. What was it, 44.5?
45.5.
They got DeJounte Murray. Oh my God. 45.5 is kind of steep for my taste. I think they're kind of they cleared that last season, but I just I'll go over. Nah, 45.5. Who else finished 46 last year? Sacramento. Yeah, fuck it. I'll go over. It's about time Zion does something with his fucking life.
Yeah,
other than
I
eat
agree.
a fucking Subway sandwich.
I think DeJounte is going to blossom in a offense that's actually properly run. So I'm going to go over there. All right, Spurs. The
I've
last
been waiting
team.
for this one.
How many wins did they have last year? And then I'm going to give you this total.
22-60.
All right, what do you think the line is?
34.5.
35.5.
Fuck.
What do you think?
Hold on. I want to see what that percentage is over 500. It was a 35 winning team. Okay, so that's where Atlanta finished last year with a .439 win percentage. 36 and 46. I think with that fucking Stefan Castle kid, or the fuck you say his name, and Wemby, and the core pieces that they already have, and I think that the fact that someone's going to be moving there very soon via trade or free agency, I'm going to take the over.
Yeah, I was tempted to take the over, but I'm going to go under here. I think this is just one of those things where youth has to be like, you got to play through the youth kind of thing. And they're going to make some mistakes. Wemby can't do it all. I think they had a great draft. I think they have a decent team, but it's not good enough to go over 35 wins in my opinion.
Yeah, okay. I'm kind of feeling.
No, I already wrote down
Well,
over.
hold on,
No. It's
talking.
already over.
I convinced you of another one. So where do you think they finish with realistically this year?
Honestly,
30?
like 33, 34. Like it's close in my opinion, but I just don't see them getting 36 wins.
Yeah, I agree. Okay.
I'm glad
Even though I disagreed, but honestly, I'll take that as one of my picks that I look back on and I'm like, well, golly, Dan.
All right, so
look at that.
Of the picks that you made, give me one lock.
One absolute lock.
Lockety lock.
Oklahoma City.
Okay. Over on Oklahoma City. I'm going to give you one myself here. I'm going to give you the lockety lock that I love, the Utah Jazz over.
What a boring ass pick. Smart, but boring.
The Jazz are going to go over. I don't give a fuck.
And then also there was one more that I was really amped about. Sacramento. What's their line again?
Their line is 46.5.
Yeah, they're going to smash that.
Okay. I only have one lock for the East. I don't really, or for the West. I really don't like that. I don't like these lines. They're too high. I don't like
Yeah, they are very high, dude. The East is just in shambles.
The East is good at the top, and that's about it. But yeah, no, for the West, some of these teams are going to it's going to be carnage for them just playing the West. So I don't know. I'm not as jazzed about the West as I am the East, but so that's it. That's the fucking, that's the NBA season totals right there, buddy. Good job.
Well, thank you, sir. Yeah, no, I like those picks. I'm gonna be excited to look back on those. I guess.
Down.
Well, so it depends. It's not in your pocket every day like an iPhone, so we'll see where they end up. Take a picture of them, like actually take a picture of them, so we can look back on it. Well, they're also documented on stream. We can check them out.
Yep.
So I think I just kind of want to like roughly wrap up on a little bit of fantasy conversation, and then we will end the stream here, ladies and gentlemen. Appreciate everybody tuning in. I want to break down unanimously between us a consensus top 5 quarterback drafting order. Okay? So obviously you have a lot of different players moving around. You have a lot of good quarterbacks, a lot of deep teams, a lot of quarterbacks in new places. I'm curious to see who you would put at the number 1 spot. If he's on the board, gotta take him. Number 1. I need a quarterback, gotta take him. I'm curious to see what you're gonna say, because if you're gonna say who I think you're gonna say,
I'm gonna say Josh Allen though. Like I don't even understand why you would think I would say anything different. This motherfucker accounted for how many touchdowns last season? How many fucking touchdowns?
A lot.
Like, and you know what? Actually, this is great. I'm glad you brought this up because I wanted to go ahead and touch on something real quick, okay? I wanted to touch on the fact that every fucking cocksucker at ESPN is calling Josh Allen overrated, okay?
Yeah,
Let's touch on this real quick. Yes, he has not won the big game, but can we call a quarterback that has accounted for in the last 4 games against the Kansas City Chiefs 24 touchdowns and 2 interceptions? In the playoffs, motherfuckers. It's not Josh Allen. It's the rest of the goddamn team. That dude does what he can to keep us alive, all right?
It is the rest of the goddamn team. I'll give you that.
Goddamn right.
I'll give you that.
Fucking guy is screaming, dude. 106. He's been in the league since 2018. 167 touchdowns. And that's just passing, motherfuckers. Like, that ain't fucking rushing too on top of it. Allen's a fucking godsend in fantasy, and you and I both know it. If you have Allen as your starting quarterback in fantasy, you're having a good season. Guaranteed.
Okay. I'll co-sign that. I agree. Okay. After the convincing, I'll give you that one. Okay. With that being said,
don't make me
who is the number 2 in your opinion?
Oh, yeah. Hold on. Let me just rip this off real quick. All the people talking about he's overrated. Josh Allen has a passer rating of 100 with 2,723 yards, 21 touchdowns, 4 interceptions in 10 games in his playoff career. That motherfucker's overrated? That's the one? All right.
That's the one we're speaking on? All right, so then if you took pick 1, I'm going to take pick 2 and see what you think.
There you go.
It's Lamar Jackson. With the ability to run like he does, and the addition of Derrick Henry, I think it's going to cause a lot of open field for his feet as well as the passing game. You look at Patrick Mahomes, he's got obviously the pedigree. I don't think he has the talent, the whole Rashee Rice shit, the talent on the field to throw to. I just think you can't go with anybody else other than Lamar Jackson now.
Yeah, I feel like that's a really solid number 2.
Yeah, I think if he's on the board, you got to take him for that rushing upside, and then also he's going to be on a great team. Number 3 is where I feel like there's a lot of question marks, because I feel like some people would lean Joe Burrow, but also like it's been kind of unproven these past couple seasons with injury and stuff like that. A lot of people are really high on CJ Stroud. He's going to kind of enter that sophomore slump possibility, even though he has Stephon Diggs in a loaded field to throw the fucking ball to. And then Patrick Mahomes, obviously. Who do you think's like deserving of that 3 spot, or maybe it's someone I didn't name as well?
Yeah, honestly, I think you're kind of crazy for not taking Pat Mahomes too. But I see what you mean with the running ability as well. Lamar is quite unmatched when it comes to the running. Patty Mahomes is number 3. The best thing about him is like if you're going into like a deeper league or whatever, he's always going to be pretty consistent and score points for you. So had not a great season last year. I think he'll probably bounce back with a good season. Just stats wise, I know they won the fucking Super Bowl, but I'm just saying overall, like stats wise, it wasn't the best, strongest season from him. But I think he's going to bounce back and have a really big year this year, probably. Give me Patty Mahomes, number 3.
Patty Mahomes, number 3. Okay. So number 4, rounding out our top 5. We're going to do 2 more here. Am I missing anyone in particular when I'm looking at like, because I feel like when you think of like Brock Purdy's and Tua Tagovailoa's and like Jalen Hurts, and I feel like they're great quarterbacks. I just don't think fantasy wise they really have the spread to be able to like really, really like be the top choice in a draft. Like I feel like you can get Jalen Hurts a little bit late. I think you kind of only can lean towards Joe Burrow. No?
Yeah, absolutely. Joe's electric. Like he's electric. He's a great quarterback. Absolutely.
Okay. So we got Joe Burrow.
Yeah.
All right. And then rounding out number 5, which is basically like if you don't grab one of these top 5 QBs in those rounds, you're probably just going to be grabbing a quarterback later. So that's kind of like I was really like big on making sure we just get over these 5. Where are you leaning?
Can I hit you with a tie actually for this?
A tie?
Yeah. Brock Purdy and Jared Goff. I think that regular season Jared Goff was hot last year, correct?
Yeah, he was hot.
He was throwing the fucking ball. He was whipping the rock around the goddamn yard, baby. Like he was throwing that fucking ball.
Yeah, and they got a top receiver too.
Yeah, I think they're good. I think Jared Goff can absolutely get you into the fantasy playoffs. I don't know if you're gonna fucking win, but he's a good piece to have if you can't get these top 4.
Okay. I like that. So Jared Goff and Brock Purdy. You don't think Ayuk leaving hurts Purdy's pedigree?
No, I don't think so. He's still got weapons. They got that Purcell kid from Florida. They still have Debo. Ayuk is not leaving. They're not trading him. They told him they're not trading him. So if he wants to play football, he's going to play football at San Francisco.
Damn, also, that sucks for Bills fans.
I don't care. I'm not worried about it. James Cook's about to fucking go ham this year. So I'm not worried about that. But what I do want to say is Purdy's been consistent as fuck, and I think he's a quarterback that you can count on to go to the playoffs with you.
Okay. Yeah, with Goff too, having Amon-Ra St. Brown, obviously, and also the rise of Sam Laporta. I kind of am leaning Goff a little bit more, even though Purdy has the same with George Kittle. I'm not mad at that, as well as I was kind of like leaning towards like CJ Stroud. I wanted to take a look at Kirk Cousins in Atlanta, but obviously I'm not really feeling that with fucking Drake London. There's someone I'm missing though. Oh, the likes of people like Dak Prescott.
Yeah, I mean, you can talk about Dak. I'm not a huge fan of Dak.
Me neither.
At any point in time, he could lay a fucking egg. And I don't like that. I don't like that he has no rushing ability. I mean, that's fine. Like, I'm a Cowboys hater anyway, so maybe it's just a bias showing, but I don't think a Cowboys, I don't think a Dak Prescott led team is gonna help you in any sort of way. I don't think so.
So you went 2 picks on 5, so I'm gonna put mine and one of yours. Who do you like better, Purdy or Goff?
I like Goff probably, yeah. Just for only upside for fantasy football though. Like, not
and he's got the best top receiver out of them because he doesn't have to deal with so much competition, and with Laporta.
Yeah, Laporta's fucking insane, and he's only going to be rounding out more anyways. I think St. Brown's fantastic. Like, I just, that team is just, their offenses, it moves, man. Gibbs is good. Gibbs is great. Montgomery's great. Like, they have a squad on offense.
Yeah, I agree. So that's our fantasy top 5 QBs for DJ Fantasy. It's going to be number 1, Josh Allen, number 2, Lamar Jackson, number 3, Patty Mahomes, number 4, Joe Burrow, and number 5, a tie or a split for Dak Prescott and Jared Goff. We're also going to be posting a lot of fantasy content on Sobet, and they only deal in unit sizes. So I think I'm going to kind of like categorize it as like 5 unit leagues or like 3 unit leagues. Usually like with your portion sizes, there's usually a league paying fee. And I'm not talking about like those giant fucking underdog fantasy leagues that are like fucking 25 to win $75,000 or anything like that. I think that's kind of how most drafts are going to go as well anyway. So guys, please check out the Sobet referral code, which is in the description if you would like to join. And get our exclusive picks. And not only that, but our parlays of the day that also look very cute and very fancy like this. But at the same token, the best part about it is they hit. So make sure you guys join Sobet with our code below. And that'll do it today for Degen Fantasy. We're rounding out into the last minute of our stream. So the internal clock's kicking this week. Dan, any final closing thoughts?
It's the Olympics this weekend. Take it easy. All right. Let's cash these fucking futures. I'm going to throw out a couple more picks. We got UFC 304 this weekend. Rocky Prop knows that
I'm all over that.
Hammering the fucking
UFC
my
God,
lately.
Dude, it's gross.
So we're going to have some picks probably tomorrow. Early morning just to get you guys prepped for that. But let's have a big fucking week, guys. Like let's win some cash. Yeah,
and by the way, for this like upcoming week and so that now that we're really ripping on Sobet, make sure that we convene back and forth. Any picks that we're playing and that we're planning on posting, send back and forth so we can be on top of it.
Okay, sounds good.
Cool. All right, guys, this has been another episode of Degen Fantasy. Check us out on Spotify, Twitch, Twitter, TikTok at Degen Fantasy. And YouTube, subscribe to our YouTube and enjoy, guys. I really appreciate y'all. So till next time. Later, guys.